Aki from Songs I Teach. Today we're going to talk about how to read tab. Now tab or tablature is a way for beginner guitar players to read through music without actually learning how to read music. Now what I mean by that is there's traditional music notation that piano players, singers, violinists, flautists, all kinds of people learn how to read. Now tab looks fairly similar, but there are a couple very important distinctions. Notice it says tab on the side, T-A-B, and there are 6 lines. Now the 6 lines, they represent 6 strings of the guitar. And numbers are placed on top of these strings. Now these numbers are frets. So let's do this little example. Notice this 1, it's placed right on top of this string right here on the very bottom. Now this is the 6th string, the thick string. Okay? So the 1 represents the 1st fret on the 6th string. So on the guitar, it means put it right here. And you pluck just that note. Okay? The 6th string produces a lower pitch, meaning it's kind of like a guy's voice. Oh. The 1st string, the thin string, is a higher pitch. Now, lower pitch is written lower on the page. Higher pitch is written on the higher part of the page. Okay? So let's do another example. Take a look at this 2. It's placed right on top of the 5th string. What that simply means is put your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string and you pluck just that. Now what the heck does all this mean? How does this help us play anything at all? Well, tabs are different from lead sheets because lead sheets tell us how to play certain chords in a certain way to accompany a song, for example. But tabs, what they're really good at is showing us how to play riffs and licks, something that doesn't necessarily involve chords. So for instance, I'm going to play you the White Stripes' 7 Nation Army. Pretty cool, right? So this iconic riff is comprised of a bunch of single notes. So I won't be showing you any chord diagrams. Instead, I'm going to show it to you on tab. So you see these series of numbers, 7, 7, 10, 7, 5, 3, 2. Now what in the world is that? Remember, numbers are frets. So when it says 7, I want you to go to the 7th fret. And notice the 7 is right on top of the 5th string. So you press the 7th fret of the 5th string. Now the next note is exactly the same one, 7. Let's move up to the 10th fret. 7. 5. 3. Last but not least, 2. Okay? So as you can see, this riff encompasses a lot of different frets. So instead of counting every single fret each time you play this, use these fret markings. Oftentimes, guitars will have a fret marking on the 5th fret, 3rd fret, 7th fret. Mine has one on 9th fret. Definitely on the 12th fret. So memorize where your fret markings are on your instrument and use that to your advantage. Let's do it again. Very, very slowly. 7. 7. 10. 7. 5. 3. 2. Good. Now the drawback of tab is that sometimes it won't tell you what rhythm to play these riffs in. What you'll have to do is rely on the fact that you know the song. memorize that rhythm in your head and put the pieces together. Now, once you're feeling comfortable with that, you can start to incorporate another finger. So on the 7, you start with your first finger. And when you go to the 10, let's try using a pinky. Yeah, the little guy. Little guy doesn't get a lot of love. So we can use this to practice our pinky. Now, the reason why we do that is we're trying to eliminate at least certain portions of our wrist flying all about the guitar. Remember, efficiency is key. And on the way down, we can just use our first finger. Awesome job. Now let's see how it sounds like if we play along with the real song. One, two, three, four. Awesome job! That was great. Now the real song is pretty fast, so feel free, as usual, to slow it down on YouTube using that slow down function at the setting. Now, let's do one more song. Earlier I was playing Deep Purple's Smoke on Water. Very iconic guitar part. Let's see how that looks on the tab. Notice the main difference is that there are two notes that are lined up vertically on top of each other. What that simply means is that you play them together, like a little mini chord. Let's look at the very first one, 0 and 0. Now we haven't had a 0 yet. 0 simply means just open string. So we're not pressing down on any frets, the easiest. Now, notice the 0 is on a 3rd string and on a 4th string. So we have to be quite discerning with our right hand. We're going to play the 4th and the 3rd together at the same time. I'll do it again. So it'll take a little bit of practice just playing 2 strings. Let's continue on. 0, 3, 5. Now every single one of these are same numbers stacked up on top of each other, right? So 0, 0, 3, 3, 5, 5. I'll just refer them to as one number. 0, 3, 5. The first 3 instances sound like this. My suggestion is to use your first 2 fingers to press down the fretted notes. So the 3, 3 looks like this. 5, 5 looks like that. That way you could just maintain the same fingering throughout the entire song. I'm going to do it one more time. 0, 3, 5. 0, 3, 5. Now I'm going to play the next segment. 0, 3, 6, 5. Back again to 0, 3, 5. And last but not least, 3, 0 to finish it off. So now let's put it all together. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, and Awesome job. Now let's see how it sounds like if we play along with the real thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! That's how you read tab.